What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? Hey, y'all, we have got the final episode of She-Hulk finally has arrived. We are at the season finale, and today we are about to talk about it. So, just in case, for whatever reason, you are just joining and for I don't know, maybe you just have no idea what's going on. We are about to spoil She-Hulk. We're going to go over everything that happened. We're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it. So this is your spoiler alert. But yes, we are going to go through it. Man, I've got some mixed feelings about not only this episode, but like the series as a whole. So we're going to talk about the episode first, and then later we're going to kind of go through and just see how it all comes together and how it all balances out or not, So first and foremost, by the way, in case you didn't know, I told you we are not doing a live on Friday, but because some of the news that done came out, we got to do that live tonight. So yes, right after this episode, after this video, we are going to jump right into our normal the lives that we normally do on Fridays. We're gonna do it tonight. I just couldn't wait. I had to get to it. There's too much to talk about. So get ready. We're gonna do some back-to-back. I already have my little caffeine, so I think I think y'all got you got. I think I'm gonna be good for 3-4 hours. I don't know. We'll see until the caffeine run out. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing back-to-back. I don't like the fact that I'm missing the Bears game, but I'm just gonna have to catch the replay and ignore all the stats and stuff in the meantime and ignore my phone because I would like to watch it. But like I said, tomorrow, tomorrow, I have to make sure I got my dates right. Tomorrow is the wife's birthday. Matter of fact, birthday weekend. So I'm gonna be too distracted tomorrow and the day after to do anything with you guys like I normally would. So I want to get it out today. If I gotta miss the Bears game, it is what it is, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So first and foremost, let's see who's in the house tonight and give some quick shout outs. We're gonna get into this episode. There's a lot to talk about. And like I said, because we do have another live starting right after this, I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on this, but we're gonna get through what we got to get through. So let's get through these shout outs real quick. We got my homie, intergalactic space captain. That is Miss Aubrey. Hey, Miss Aubrey. Hey, listen, I sent your mama the Black Panther watch party link. Go tell her to fill it out. Go listen. I want to see you at the watch party now. We got to do it big. Make sure tell your mom to get some African garb. We got to dress up in Africans. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I got my African garb already. I got my whole thing ready. Oh, I can't wait to showcase. Oh, it's going to be so fun. So please make sure that you hit me up or have your mama hit me up and have her fill out the form and all that. And just in case, by the way, anybody else was interested in attending the Black Panther Wakanda Forever watch party that we are having out here in the Chicagoland area, you can email me at emanswatchparty@gmail.com. That's emans with a S watchparty@gmail.com. If you shoot me an email, I can send you the information. You can sign up if you want to attend the watch party. I can tell you right now, I bought out a whole theater. We're halfway full already, and I only put this out like a day or so ago. So like we're halfway full. So if you are trying to come out and watch it, like this ain't something don't contact me like a day before the movie come out. It's probably gonna get sold out. So just saying, you might want to hurry up and get on that. And if, like I said, if you are interested, emans, that's EMANS, watch party @gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know if you're interested. All right. Thank you so much, Aubrey. I'm glad. I hope to see you soon. Let's go. Leandra, hello. Good to see you. DJ Payne, what's going on? Another top vet in the building. My man, Derek Gaines, what's going on, brother? My man Bovitz here. What's going on, man? I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're recovering. I know you was feeling under the weather. Thank you for making it. Let's see, Swick, what's going on? How you doing? Shaul, what's going on? Hello, hello. Shauna, hello. How are you? Paul, how you doing? Miss Harper, good to see you, ma'am. Always a pleasure. We gonna talk. Oh, good. I'm glad you watched it now. Okay, I'm glad you watched it. So yeah, this would be very awkward. But thank you so much for making it out. Another top vet mod squad in the building with SJ Evans. How you doing, ma'am? Callow, how you doing? Alexander, what is up? My man Howard D, what's going on? How are you? Let's see. Kano's in the building. Good to see you. Let's see. Pamela, what's up? Who else? I saw my man Didier is here. What's going on? Good to see you. Oh man, coming through with the contributions early. Jason Rodriguez, thank you so much for that wonderful contribution, sir. I really appreciate you. Hey, E-Man and E-Vengers family, I haven't seen the episode yet, but wanted to send some love, catch you on the replay. Thank you so much. And shout out to the replay gang as well. Always appreciate you, Jason. Thank you. Speaking of another contributor that I always appreciate, Deborah, thank you as well, because you're always coming through with the support, and I'm glad that you can make it out today. Let's see. Cynthia's here. Hello. Trouble Clef, what's going on? Let's go. The homie Rhonda's here. How you doing, ma'am? Alib, hello. Let's see. We got my squad, top vet, top supporter in the building. Always a pleasure to have you in. Thank you so much. Trees, how's it going? Let's see. Anishando. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But thank you so much for making it out. My man Mike, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Let's see. Marcus J is in the building. Good to see you too. Thank you so much. Angel, hello. Let's see. Wait, there we go. CJ, what's up? How are you? My man Nelson V is in the building. Always a pleasure. Let's see. There we go. Tyra, I was wondering where you was at. There you go. Good to see you. Let's see. Mike is here too. Thank you so much for making it out. My man Minister Crush is here. Good to see you. Let's see. Travis, always a pleasure. Good to see you. Are you coming to the watch party? I think you came to the last one, if I believe. But if you are, let me know. Hit me up on the email, emanswatchparty at gmail.com. But good to see you. Kenny Pierce is in the building. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for making it out. Let's see. Joe, hello. Let's see. I thought I saw somebody else. Segarra, hello. 72 Paths, how you doing? Lawrence, what's up? Lou, what's up? Rebecca, how are you? Tanya, what's going on? Let's see, another Mike in the building. What's up? Phil Roy, I see you too. My man, Mr. Hughes, how you doing, sir? Tim, how's it going? Let's see. Theo, Tasha, what's up? My man D Steels is in the building. What's going on? Got Aloha, hello. And there we go. My man Sean is in the building. And shout out to everybody that has made it out tonight. I really appreciate y'all taking the time to come and hang out with your boy. Let's see. We got my man Kano here. Happy pre-birthday to Mrs. E-Man. I'll send that over to her. Thank you so much. You don't care about them Bears this year. Listen. It's bear down all the time. Okay, we bear down all the time. Listen, through the thick and thin. Okay, like if I could survive the Rex Grossman years, okay, I can survive anything. Okay, I'll be fine. I will be fine. Okay, and I will go watch my Bears. I'm gonna go watch my Bears. So yes, Marsha Reese, hello, ma'am. Good to see you. That's another mod squad in the building for you. Let's see, my man Nelson V. Feel like this episode Marvel was trolling us with the confusing climax that made Jen break the fourth wall to find Kevin. I enjoyed the show. Yes, I wouldn't say Marvel is trolling us. I mean, I'll get to that point when we get there, but the only people that Marvel is trolling are trolls. They are specifically using this show to troll the people that troll them. So in other words, it's almost like, how if you go to a comedy show, you never really want to heckle or be a heckler because the comedian 9 times out of 10 can make you more embarrassed because they have the spotlight, they have the mic. Usually they're more witty and funny and they can turn the crowd right against you. So right now, Marvel's like, oh, okay, we got some hecklers in the crowd, MCU and stuff like that. All right, we're going to use our platform, our microphone with She-Hulk and put them on blast. So it's more of like that. But we will talk about the climax in the end. But I don't think they're trolling us with that. I'll explain that later. Thank you so much, Nelson. I appreciate you. Didier, what you got? Love the opening. I grew up on Bixby Faringo. Yes, love that too as well. That was a great little shout out and homage to the old school version. We'll get to that as well. But like, yes, I like that. Like the second I saw it, I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Yes. Let's see. Another Mod Squad in the building. Angel Gonzalez. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Let's see. Nelson back at it. She-Hulk been Boba Fetted. Listen. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all this was getting very Boba Fettish? It was very Boba Fettish. I told y'all this. You can't let the cameos outweigh you now. We'll talk about it, but thank you for that. I appreciate you. Listen, this was my concern. I had this concern. Let's see. Puma Lee, thank you so much. What's up, Avengers? Thank you so much, Puma. I appreciate you. Last of my kin, what you got? I would join the watch party, but I truck drive Monday through Friday. Don't you worry. That is all good. If you cannot attend the watch party, one thing you can do is actually contribute. You can contribute. Go to the GoFundMe right there. Shout out to the Mod Squad for that. The Wakanda Forever Challenge. That is an excellent way where you can just go ahead, contribute something, whatever money you could have paid for the ticket, put that towards that GoFundMe. I don't see a penny of that. That money goes straight to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So you will be able to help some kids that are fighting cancer. This is the same hospital that Chadwick Boseman was visiting while he was battling cancer. So if we're going to do something to honor this brother, I think this is a great way to do it. So if you're not able to go see the movie, or if you don't want to go see the movie, put your dollars towards something positive, and help some of these kids out and their families. Really appreciate it. But thank you so much for your contribution. I really do appreciate you. All right. Oh, do we have? Okay, I think we got a couple more, and then we're gonna get into it. TG, hey, love y'all. Miss y'all. TG. Been busy getting my business off the ground. Hope to join y'all for a live soon. I saved the baby whale with my bare hands. Jason Momoa been quiet for a week or two. Oh man, TG, good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is this TG as in he who remains TG? I don't know. Remind me just in case. But thank you so much. Appreciate you, and shout out for saving those whales. I really appreciate that too. Let's see, Mike, what you got? Did y'all catch the Black Panther moment? Mechanical Kevin Feige slipped in there. Yes, I did. We will definitely talk about that as well. But yes, I did catch that, and we will get there. All right, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Let's see. First of all, as mentioned earlier on, we got the old school stuff in here, and that is with the shout out to the original Hulk TV show. This is not even Bruce Banner, it's David Banner, because back then they thought his name was a little too gay if it was Bruce. Never mind Bruce Wayne, but whatever. Anyway, we do have her saying the classic line, "Don't make me angry, don't make me mad. You wouldn't like me if I'm mad," and she's responding to trolls back then and the old school computers as well. But something interesting that I thought was they actually changed the Hulk actress. So just like rather than using CGI, they actually got a female, I'm assuming it's a female person anyway. They actually got someone to play the role, just like how Lou Ferrigno was playing Hulk back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, that Hulk looks scary. That like she looks scary. Like yikes. Okay. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, let's not forget the original intention for Hulk's creation was to be a monster. He was never supposed to be all lovable and huggable and, smug, yeah, you want some tacos? That was not Hulk. Hulk was supposed to be a Jekyll and Hyde type of situation. Like, you don't want to see this man because he will scare you. That's why I love the original 2008 the MCU version with Ed Norton, because that Hulk from Ed Norton, you don't want to run up against him. You don't want to sing him no lullabies. You don't want to do none of that. That Hulk was scary. Okay, shoot, probably eat you up for real. But nah, they did a good job with this casting right here, because I was just like, whoever this lady is, my God, like, ma'am, leave me alone. I'm scared. I don't want no trouble. Okay, but look, hey, I like this. Again, paying homage to the original, the Savage She-Hulk. That's really dope. Love that. But anyway, we get into the actual episode, and we find out that Jen is now locked up, same way that Blonsky was locked up, probably in the same cell. And mainly and this is in damage control. And Mallory, Nikki, and Pug, they come to visit her, and basically they come to tell her, like, look, you lost control, during that gala or whatever. You had your situation, you hulked out, and now you look like a monster to the rest of the world. And let's not forget, this is exactly what Bruce Banner warned her about from the very beginning. This is what she ignored. She kept thinking she had all this control over her emotions, and sure, on a regular basis she does, but everybody has a trigger. And the thing that I think Jen kind of missed out on was, it's not about the fact that you can control your emotions more. It's really about, what do you do when you get to that moment? What do you do when you get to your unique trigger? That's the thing that I think Bruce was trying to help her understand. Like, look, it's always going to be something that's going to piss you off. Are we, the stuff that she's used to, guys catcalling her, or, all these other little things, these microaggressions, that's not going to piss her off because she's used to that. She's not used to having a sex tape or, getting, harassed and stuff. She's not used to that. Like, all of that is new. And sometimes people are going to come across new challenges, new things that are going to trigger them, and you're going to have to deal with it at that point. And unfortunately, she got caught off guard. Ooh, sorry. Ooh, God, scared me. She got caught off guard, and now she's paying the consequences for it. Her image is kind of, messed up at this point. A lot of people are afraid of her, but she has fallen into the stigma of being a Hulk. And that is exactly what Mallory was letting her know. Like, yo, they baited you and you fell for it. Like, they taunted you. They did all this stuff on purpose to get you to go crazy, and you went right hook, line, and sinker. So, of course, now the plea deal that is arranged is that Jen has to wear an inhibitor, just like Blonsky was wearing, just like Banner was wearing. And I want you to kind of sort of think about this for a second. Let's think about two things. One, the Sokovia Accords have been repealed, right? So now there is no registration type of surveillance going on with people with abilities. That's not happening now. But the fact that this inhibitor is out there and it suppresses her mutation, I wonder if this is the precipice. I wonder if this is the foundation for future oppression of mutants. Let's not forget that in the X-Men story, they used to have them on their necks. They used to have, like, power inhibitors on their necks, like collars. I wonder if whoever, because I don't know if this inhibitor came from Bruce Banner. We saw that he had his own, and he said, man, it took me so long to make my own inhibitor. But I wonder if Banner didn't make this inhibitor, who did? Because whoever did, they clearly have given it to damage control. And I wonder if that is something that can be further legislated down the line. Maybe if a certain Senator Kelly or a certain politician comes around and says, hey, these people with powers are a problem, we need to stop it. Just keep an eye out, because I thought it was real convenient that they just so happen to have these inhibitors out here just so casually. It's not like, oh man, we got to develop something. Oh man, we got to figure it out. Nah, like they just had these out there on display. So just put a feather in your cap. Just put a bookmark there, because I feel like this is gonna come back some way, somehow. Anyway, now that Jen is a whole felon, she got to go home with her parents because she got fired. She ain't got no job no more. Yeah, she's gone. But now that she's moving in with her parents, she is getting hounded by the press, because now, and here's the other thing to think about, maybe she wouldn't be getting hounded by the press if she had kept her identity a secret. Remember what I talked about when she was in the court case with Matt Murdock, against the designer, and she neglected the importance of a secret identity. And Matt Murdock was like, nah, this is vital, because if you start giving away identities of superheroes and stuff, it puts other people in danger. Now, I'm not saying she's in danger right now, but the mere fact that people know who Jen Walters is, they know who She-Hulk is, now they know who her parents are, she's putting a lot of people in danger, including herself and her family. So it is interesting now that we're seeing the repercussions of not having a secret identity. But let me give a quick shout out, because y'all know I'm a sucker for this. I love it every time, and I'll keep giving it some shout outs. Shout out to Jen's dad. Okay, because y'all know I'm a girl dad, so I love it when you got the dads having the dope moments, protecting their kids. He is protecting his daughter, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Spray them media. Get them out of here. Get on now. Get. Spray them. I like this. I like it. I'm just a big fan. So shout out to the girl dads anytime and every time. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so now that she's like all over the news and everything, Jen is trying to take down intelligentsia, and it's pretty hard to do that because they have covered their tracks really, really well. They've got all these shell companies outside of the US jurisdiction and stuff. Now, of course, out of nowhere, here comes Jen's mom, and she just so happened to have a video of Jen back in college, dancing, wilding out, and all that. And she goes ahead and sends that to Nikki, just for fun. Then here goes Dennis again, over exaggerating a lot of stuff just for clout. Dennis is the biggest clout chaser there is. But of course, he's stretching the truth as well. And now we get Jen really breaking the fourth wall here, where she's like talking about like, yo, this isn't even a reluctant superhero story. It's not about me not wanting to be a hero or anything. This is really just me getting screwed over. Like, I'm not, like, this is just not fair. It's not cool. And it was interesting here because she asked, like, yo, is this what y'all want? Like, do y'all want this? And I wonder which one of us in the audience was she talking to? Was she talking about the general audience, or was she talking to the trolls? Was she talking to the people that are rooting against her character? People that don't like her character? Is that who she was talking about? I don't know. I'd be interested in hearing what y'all think, though. Let's see. I got a comment. Let me see. Oh, TG, there we go. Nah, it's he who saves whales now. Good to see you, bro. Okay. He who saves whales. I like that. Thank you, brother. And good luck with the business, man. For real. Thank you so much for that. Puma, soon that hairline and Kevin had me. The old school video lens, hat, CD, DVD slides, rolling like the ones above all. Love using comics for stories. Yes. I love it. And we will definitely get more into that. Thank you so much for that, Puma. Let's see. I got my man Matthew. What you got? Sorry, I'm late. Just finished the season finale. I was a little disappointed, and I love the tribute to the OG Hulk show. Good. Hey, you just made it right on time. We are still kind of in the beginnings of things. But yes, the homage was great. I actually really enjoyed that. But I also understand the disappointment. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But thank you so much for that. Let's see, Howard, what you got? This series suffered from something that has become all too frequent. The anti-crappy men message took precedent and the story suffered. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't think that is the downfall of this. because it's not like what they talked about was not real. That stuff is real. So the fact that they touched on it was not a problem because it also directly connected to her character. It was literally a part of her story. So just because they were crapping on not all men, they crapped on crappy men. There's a difference. So let's not go internalizing this now. Let's not go saying that they were talking about all men, because they were talking about specific trolling men. So I'll slightly disagree with that, but I do think that there were other things that made this show suffer. But we'll get into that. Let's see. Treble Clef. Thank you for that, Howard. Treble, that video of Jen dancing was from Orphan Black. Call back to the show. She won an Emmy for. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for that. I didn't know that. I haven't watched Orphan Black, so I didn't know that. But that's dope. That's a dope little callback that they did there. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Thank you for that. Tyra, I think she was referencing everybody having to be a tragic hero. They have to lose everything to become a hero. Good observation. I'm cool with that too. That makes sense. I'm with that. I'll go with that. That sounds smarter to me. Okay. So now let's move on. She goes ahead and texts Smug Hulk, as she calls him. Of course, he's not going to answer. But then again, it also said not delivered. So I'm like, is anybody getting your messages? She also tries to email to contact Blonsky because she wants to go over to his resort or getaway or whatever. So that way she can have a quote unquote mental health break. Now, Nikki, we see, is using the college video to upload to Intelligentsia. And the hope here is that, she can like infiltrate their ranks. Of course, she gets a DM real fast. I'm sorry, I missed the other one, but it was from the Hulk King. And one thing that was also mentioned was hope to see you at the event, bro. So she's all excited, but then she's like, ooh, I ain't a bro. So of course she has to get the help of Pug. Pug here, and this is kind of interesting. Pug here really does not want to go. He's kind of like, well, let's see. How can I put this? Much of this, I think, has to do with Pug being painted as the polar opposite of the trolls, right? So again, I want people to understand that they are using extreme versions of types of people, right? This is why I said they're not going after all men. We see what the trolls, the bad ones, look like, right? That's everybody in Intelligentsia. That's one extreme. Then you go to the other opposite, and that's where Pug is supposed to be. So Pug is kind of like a representation of what a male ally would look like according to the showrunners, right? So Pug is like so good of a man that he's repulsed by the actions of the troll men. Okay, so like that again, we're dealing with extremes here. So again, don't be taking offense to these. Don't internalize these things. I mean, if you're on one side of the spectrum, I guess, but these are just caricatures of types of men that are being portrayed here. So Pug is like, man, this is almost repulsive for me to even be around guys like that. Now, the only reason this comes off as a little unbelievable, but just a little, is because a lot of times men can adapt because we grow up in society does, teach us bad things. And sometimes some men can be comfortable in those spaces, even if they don't agree. Now, again, it's levels to all of this stuff. Some guys probably do act like Pug. Some guys probably act like everybody in Intelligentsia, and some are probably somewhere in the middle. But anyway, like I said, these are two different extremes. Take it for however you want. Let's see. We also see Wrecker, or whoever the Wrecking Crew guy is. He's back. He greets Jen at the door. But I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that like what was the point of the Wrecking Crew? Like why are they even here? Like, I don't even know what the point is. I don't even care. But like, that's one disappointment for me. Felt like that was kind of like a waste of a villain or a group of villains. Like the whole therapy thing, the whole like, oh, we're, changed up and stuff. that is kind of whack to me because it's like y'all could have had them just doing some other bad things before you do all this. But whatever. Anyway, we find out, or Pug finds out while he's in there, that it's actually Todd. Todd was the Hulk King all along. He actually started the whole thing, and that is the big revelation, the big twist. I don't know. Did we talk about that? I think I was wrong last week because I said like maybe Todd was not in on it. Whatever. I was wrong. I think some of y'all called it out. But clearly he was behind the whole thing the whole time. He reveals that he's the one that hired Josh. He's the one that wanted to get a blood. He worked all of that. The little scientist that we saw, clearly that was his people. Those were people he hired. The Wakanda spear that he got from the auction, apparently that is where that Wakanda needle or the vibranium needle came from. So all these things are coming out. And we see Jen finds out that okay, Emil Blonsky is like downstairs or whatever. Abomination shows up, so clearly he's been violating his parole by transforming into Abomination. We'll find out how he's been doing that. But he goes ahead and encounters Jen, and when Jen finds out, she's shocked. He's like, hey, see what happened was. And then of course this is when all the craziness ensues. By the way, Blonsky just said, I only did it for the money. Like I didn't need, I just wanted the money. But I'm also thinking to myself, like, but I thought you had like 7 wives or whatever that was paying your money. Like you really needed the money? I don't like I would have rather Blonsky just been like, I just like to do this. Like I don't know, just something else. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of how Blonsky's been handled thus far. I'm not. I'm just not a fan of it. It's the whole like, oh, I've turned over a new leaf thing, and all. It just feels kind of hollow. For me, for Blonsky, but Marvel fun, whatever. Y'all let me know how you feel about Blonsky. But yes, we get in now. Pug and Nikki show up. We find out that Todd goes ahead and he's hulking out because he done took the blood, and now he's a Hulk. And Jen is like, yo, what the hell is going on? This is nuts. This don't make no sense. Then all of a sudden, Titania comes in like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, just out of nowhere for no reason. Then Hulk comes in out of nowhere and throws the softest punches I've ever seen. How you see this is didn't I know this scene is a joke. I know this scene is not supposed to do very much. When I made a whole video about how they failed the Hulk, bro, you ain't even like Blonsky was like holding you back like a little kid. Like, what is this? Oh, how far he has fallen. Do y'all remember like Hulk used to be damn near the same size? Damn near the same size as Blonsky. Oh, this is about to make me go watch the 08 one again. Oh, this is no. This like what is this? I know it's a gag. I know it's not. Look at this. Blonsky looked like he finna just like put him in timeout. I know there's hope for the future. I know that they're gonna possibly do some other things with the Hulk. I'm just saying, just seeing this time after time after time after time. The the only thing the Hulk has beaten since Avengers when he punched that Chitauri ship, because he didn't beat the Hulk Buster. He didn't beat that. He definitely didn't beat Thanos. The only thing the Hulk has beaten, he didn't even beat Thor. He didn't even beat Thor. The only thing Hulk is beaten is the asteroid he threw into the atmosphere. That's the only thing Hulk has won since 2012. My man only won a challenge against a rock. A rock. Not the rock, but a rock. Woo! Marvel, do better. Marvel, do better. Please, please. Woo wee. Yikes. Anywho, so Jen just says, like, yo, all of this is a mess. And she's right. She's right. It's all a mess. And then we see her actually, we see the whole screen go back to the menu because I'm sure some of y'all wanted to turn this off too. But we go back to the Disney Plus menu, and she is doing the ultimate fourth wall breaking, where she actually jumps out of her own show and jumps into the Marvel Assembled part title, which is the behind the scenes, and we find her in, I guess, real life, where she is actually on the Marvel studio lot. So she is going into the office, and she pops up right into the writer's room. Now, this is the thing. Now, here's the thing. If you are unfamiliar with the She-Hulk comics, this is literally the stuff that she does. This is the stuff that Deadpool has done. Excuse me. I've told y'all that there were instances in the comics where She-Hulk would literally jump across panels just to go somewhere else. Like, she would cross over the bars in the comics just to go to another scene. Deadpool did something similar where he jumped out so he can go talk to the writers of his comic book, So this is what they mean by breaking the fourth wall to another level. So I would say that this scene right here, where she is like literally talking to the writers, obviously we about to see her talking to Kevin. This is 1000% She-Hulk. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But this is not something we can hold against the show. This is literally what the show does. It's almost like if you had a Deadpool show or movie and he never broke the fourth wall, it'd be like, what's going on? What are y'all doing? Y'all failed Deadpool. Or it's almost like if you had a Hulk who never beat nobody, you fail the Hulk. So in order to not fail She-Hulk, she did have to do something like this. So kudos for them. They actually do get really good bonus points for making this episode intentionally bad, intentionally with the writing, talking about it, criticizing it, and then making She-Hulk go and ask for, a retcon or rewrite. So that is perfectly in line with the character and the medium. So I give them definitely points for that. Still got some issues, but I'm giving them points for that at least. So she goes ahead and talks to the writers. And by the way, these are actually the writers. So let's see, in the top left-hand corner, the lady, you see the Asian lady with the reddish shirt. That's Jessica Gao, I believe her name is. Like, she's the main head writer. So all the times you see all the articles with like, She-Hulk writer says this, like that's usually her. So these are like literally the writers in Marvel in the room that She-Hulk is talking to. And of course, it was pretty funny when they talked about Kevin and how don't nobody talk to Kevin. That they will kill for Kevin because Kevin is untouchable. And I'm not gonna lie. I remember, I'm not gonna name names. I remember I had reached out, and this was when I was like a rookie in the press game, so I didn't know no better. And I remember I was like, oh, I'm going to put in a request so I could get an interview with Kevin Feige. And they just laughed at me. They was just like, you want to talk to Kevin Feige? Sagat laughed. I was just like, oh, nah, man. I was just playing, man. I don't need to talk to Kevin. I'm good. I don't need that. Yeah, Kevin is untouchable. Unless your name is Variety Empire or something like that, you ain't talking to no Kevin Feige like that. So yes, there is some truth in that for sure. You ain't about to get into Kevin or no access to Kevin like that. But anyway, She-Hulk she don't care. Oh, by the way, they made her sign this long NDA. Let me tell you something. That's true. Now, I haven't been to Marvel offices and nothing like that, but when we get like screeners and stuff like that, oh, you got to sign an NDA. And they not playing. Like, when I tell y'all I can't tell you about something, that's because I value my life and the life of my children. That's like, you signing your firstborn away. They don't play. They like, look, we giving you this screener, right? You can't show nobody else. Can't nobody in your house look at it. Can't nobody look over your shoulder and look at it. You can't have it accidentally be taken. You can't have somebody else bust in your house, put you at gunpoint, and take this video and show it nowhere. You better die for that video. Yes, sir. Thank you for the episodes of She-Hulk, sir. Okay. That's it. They don't play with them NDAs. They don't play. So just so y'all know, they was joking, but they wasn't joking. Okay. So anyway, so she goes in Black Widow style, and she is just like cleaning up, knocking heads around, because she wants to go talk to the boss man. And of course, we finally see her come into a room which is very, very Matrix like, I guess. You know, the fact that like this kind of reminds me of the architect in the Matrix, you know, when Neo meets the Matrix. And boom, here go the Matrix, the architect himself. We see Kevin Feige. And I think it was actually kind of funny that they put that little cap thing on him. It's not a real hat. It was funny because there was an interview that just came out with one of the writers, and she had said that like there was one thing Kevin Feige did not want us to do in the entire show. And the one thing he had an issue with was he was like, do not put a hat on Kevin. And they were like, why not? And he was like, why would a robot have a hat? Like, why would a robot need a hat? So, and they were like, really, Kevin? Like, that's the one thing you got an issue with? And he was like, yes, don't do it. Well, that was it. So he was cool. He was cool with everything else. He just didn't want no hat on the AI machine. So hey, it is what it is. But that is what we are getting with Kevin. Now, before I go into what they talked about, let's take a quick break and grab some of these comments that I see here. Let's see. Portia, thank you so much. Good to see you. Some of these characters were unnecessary. Well, I mean, you know, like my issue is more so, and I've said this before, I don't have a problem with like I don't have a problem with the side characters, you know, like Nikki. I like Nikki, you know, Pug, he's cool, you know, but like um or like the wrecking crew and stuff like that. Like some of them, I'm like, y'all could have cut that scene, him drinking the tea and stuff, bro. Cut that. Like, no disrespect to the actor, but I'm like, I don't care. Not, it's not needed. Cut. Like if Jen leaves the scene, I don't need to see nothing else there. Because to me, I'm like, yo, supporting characters are supposed to support the main character. So if the main character is not there, or if it's not directly, you know, necessary for the main character, I don't care. I don't. So I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. Alejandro, what you got? Yo, E-Man, my bad. I'm late. Working a lot. Gotta feed the fam, bro. I understand. This was a good ending for an okay TV show. I actually like the actress more than anything. She does a great job breaking the fourth wall. Thank you so much for that. I have similar thoughts. I'll share those at the end. I have similar thoughts, but I feel you on that. Thank you so much, Alejandro. Shout out to the fam, by the way. Matthew Collins, what you got, sir? Oh, by the way, what the F? Is Daredevil a visiting boyfriend now? Agree with Wrecking Crew failure. It was Todd all along. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna get to that. I'll have some thoughts on Daredevil, but I hope he's not a crutch. I hope you don't need Daredevil like that. I told you, don't get Boba Fetted, because Boba Fett needed the Mandalorian to make it interesting. Don't let Daredevil become your Mandalorian now. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But thank you for that. Let's see. What else do we have? John Paul, what you got? So the main antagonists were the writers. Genius. Yeah, I guess you can say that. I mean, I don't know if it's a good excuse. I don't know, but for that particular part of the episode, yes, they were. And yes, that is a really good fourth wall break too. Puma, what you got? Only Mark and Tom can get away with leaks. X-Men. You mean Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo? Maybe that's maybe that's in their contract too. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, so now we get to the juicy stuff with Kevin. So now that she gets there, we find out that apparently Marvel is being run by a robot. It's an AI, and this is kind of like a play on the whole thing of like the Marvel machine. And I think it also is a bit of a joke on Kevin Feige, who obviously is in on the joke. He's fine with making, poking fun at himself. But the insinuation is that like you got to be a robot to be running Marvel like this. Like who you don't get sleep or nothing, but I thought it was actually kind of funny when they had that whole little joke about how she has to transform, but she can't transform too fast. She got to transform off camera because the joke, if you heard it, was that the visual effects team are moving on to a different project. And that, if you were listening, is when you hear the Black Panther sound effect, because right after She-Hulk, the visual effects folks were working on Black Panther for Wakanda Forever. So hopefully, because y'all acknowledge that, because y'all are self-aware that your visual effects were boo-boo throughout the whole season, and we get it, it costs money. First of all, put some more money in. Second of all, take your time, stop rushing the artists. But I'm glad that y'all notice this, because now Wakanda Forever better be perfect. It better be crisp. It better be clean. It better be smooth. I hope, since y'all put this in there. But we'll see. But I did like the fact that they kind of acknowledge that. So again, this is just showing how self-aware Marvel is about a lot of things that we talk about online. Of course, Jen goes ahead and transfers back. But she said, like, yo, I'm not happy. I don't like my story. It's whack. It's messy. It's boo-boo. And like, yo, this is not my show. Like, it doesn't feel like my show. Now, this is kind of a callback to, what was it, episode 3 or 4, when she was like, yo, like, don't forget whose show this is. It's not going to be a show of cameos. Well, it ended up kind of sort of being that way. Now, if that played into it in a good way, I don't think it did, but they're trying to call back to all of that and be like, look, I need to take control of my show back. And this is where she wants to give her closing argument. She says that the Marvel movies all end the same way, with a bunch of flash and high stakes. But she says, like, yo, we need to do something new. So she proposes that, like, especially when it comes to Todd, him being a villain, with the powers and stuff, you don't really need that. Like, it's not the powers that make Todd a villain. It's the fact that he is a villain, like him. So let's focus on that. So they got rid of the Hulk Todd thing. Kevin erased that. What else did you have? You also had Hulk and Abomination and all that stuff, like just Hulk just randomly showing up. And she was like, yo, like, it makes no sense why out of nowhere he just gonna show up, and Kevin was like, but hold on, like, we actually were going to have Hulk show up because he was going to introduce, and she cuts him off and says, save that for the movie. I hope you didn't miss this. She basically confirmed, or at least heavily teased, that we're getting a Hulk movie. So the rumors that have been out there suggesting that there was going to be a Hulk movie more than likely are true now. Now, there was suspicion before that a Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, or whatever was going to happen via a series, like a Disney Plus series. But if the rumors were true that, like, basically Marvel has now retained the rights back to making solo Hulk movies, Hulk might actually get his own movie. Now, maybe my guess is that the movie is going to explore what happened the moment he got on that ship to Segarra, and everything up until he meets his son and then he comes back to Earth. So, and maybe a little bit after that. So the movie potentially is going to be filling in some of those gaps. And like a Disney Plus show supposed to do, this is a good setup for something like that. So I do think that we are getting a nice little setup for that specific movie. I actually thought it was going to be a series, but hey, it's nice to know that more than likely it's actually going to be a movie instead. Now let's see. She also retcons Abomination. She's like, yo, I just want him to hold himself accountable. He doesn't have to do nothing else. And then she goes and requests Daredevil. She's like, yo, but go ahead and throw that Daredevil in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, Jen is nasty. She's a very nasty person. She's nasty. She's just she's so nasty. So yes, now this is the point where she also starts to make fun of Marvel and talk about, you know, all the daddy issues with Tony Stark and Thor and Loki and Star-Lord, T'Challa. But, you know, we'll see if that actually works out or not. But hey, she names drops the X-Men as well. And again, this is great fourth wall breaking because she's like, yo, I got y'all back. Like, I know y'all want the X-Men. You see, I'm out here talking to the man. I'm trying to get y'all the X-Men now. Okay, so she is doing this little thumbs up to us as a favor. And in case, I don't know if you missed it, but they also she also mentioned like, yo, I also got some ideas for season 2 of She-Hulk. Now what was funny was the fact that Kevin was like, well, you just lost all your access, like you're done. We're done talking here, like there's no more. We have fixed the problem. You will never access Kevin again. So she done lost the access, but at least she gave a little hint that there might be a season 2 for She-Hulk. So we got a lot, I think, from just this little moment. We got more X-Men, obviously that's coming. We got the Hulk movie. We got She-Hulk season 2 coming. We also found out that, you know, Marvel is aware that they're very light on the adult action, so to speak, the mature action. And you know, the patterns. They like, this is why, like, I mean, we'll talk about this during the live, but Marvel is not one of those companies that is not that is unaware of what people say. Marvel listens to everything. Everything. They know, they look at the trends, they look at, you know, what's popular, they read the articles, they read petitions. Marvel knows what's going on. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to the show. Let's see. She goes back and now she's gonna confront Todd. He's all scared. I think he peed himself right there. Out of nowhere, Titania is still back. She's just looking for any type of clout, you know, anything to get her some views and clicks or whatnot. But you know, Jen is not gonna get that to her. She says, yo, I'm gonna see you in court. So we're gonna do that. Then, of course, out of nowhere, superhero landing, we get Daredevil back, mainly because again, that's what Jen asked for. So she got that. Blonsky is pretty much just going to take accountability for what he did, and he's going to go back to prison because that's, again, how Jen wanted to end her episode. And now we also see Matt Murdock is actually invited to the cookout because family, right? Talks about the fact that he is only visiting for just a week. Just a week. That's all he's doing. Come on now. Is he? Just a week? Yeah, all right. We'll see about that. But you know, of course, he's out there, he's kicking it with Jen. Look at Auntie. Auntie, I think that's Auntie. Auntie out there looking a little too hard at Matt. Just Auntie, you better put your eyes back in your sockets. Auntie, you better chill out. Shoot, you better, she gonna mess around. Mess around, Auntie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, we also see Hulk come back, and this time, well, he is the Pappy. Yes, we finally got Hulk's son Scar. And he is basically, at least from what we can put together, he's the reason why Hulk had to go to Sakaar and come back for this. So yeah, we have no explanation as to what's going on, how long. The one thing I think we do know is that at least time on Sakaar works differently. So it is totally possible that, you know, maybe during Hulk's travels, even though it hasn't been that long on Earth, it might have been a couple years out there. So people might have aged differently. Who knows? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Insert science talk here. We'll get an explanation, I think, in the somewhere in the movie if they do it. I do want to question who gave my man this lineup though. What's going on? I hope it's something tribal. If it's something tribal, I ain't got no problem. But I mean, bro, like this cut. I mean, I saw them give my man Thor a fresh cut. So I know the barbers on Sakaar can do a good job. So I'm hoping that this is a tribal thing. I'm not going to comment on that. But if it's like a style thing, like, bro, I'm going to need you to go back. I'm going to need you to go back, get your money back, and, you know, talk to the owner, get the real professional, the vet. You got to get the old school vet and order the number 2. Just get you the number 2 on the board and you'll be all right. You don't need nothing else. Just get you the number 2 cut. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Now we got Jen. She's back in the normal. You know, she is doing her lawyer thing. Apparently, I don't know if she's back with the same law firm or maybe she's just, you know, like working again. Now I'm assuming her name is cleared. Technically, she did retcon everything. So whatever we saw, who knows? Whatever, they fixed it. So make of that whatever you will. But that's that. Now, of course, in case you missed it, we do have a post-credit scene with Blonsky back in jail, back in prison. But of course, you know, Wong is back. He don't care about no laws or nothing. Wong just be breaking people out of prison, and it don't matter. Yeah, he is back and he breaks Blonsky out. They make a joke about him being sucked into another show. Now, I think that joke had a double entendre, right? So, like, one part of it is maybe Wong got sucked into another show because we saw him binging Sopranos. Maybe he's watching Breaking Bad. Maybe he's watching Game of Thrones. Who knows? Maybe he's watching something else. So that could be part of the joke. The other side of it could be maybe he literally got sucked into another show and he's part of some other Disney Plus show. Maybe he's gonna be in I do have, can I tell y'all this? Okay. I don't think I could tell y'all, but maybe he's gonna be in another show. Maybe he'll be in another show. I'm sorry, I have to clear some things. You know what? If somebody can remind me in the live when we talk about Blade, I'm gonna give y'all a little something, little exclusive, just because it's y'all, little exclusive. I can't say much because it's highly sensitive information, but somebody just remind me to tell y'all something juicy about a Disney Plus series and Marvel when we talking about Blade. Somebody remind me, okay? Exclusive. Oh, good stuff. Ain't nobody know this. Anyway, so we find out that they're gone. That is what it is. By the way, I almost forgot. This was also important because this scene right here is what brings Jen's character full circle. She has finally embraced being not only a lawyer, but also a superhero. So this is no longer going to be a struggle for her. So good for her. Pat on the back. Let's see. We go to the credits. We find out this is how Blonsky's been getting away, transforming. He's been using his chickens to stay on the farm or whatever. And we also see that Jen has taken Todd to court, and she's putting all the pressure on all the other intelligentsia guys as well. So they might also be going to court too. If I'm not, that might be Josh. If I'm not mistaken, that might be Josh that you know, the one that like took her blood and all that. So he could be next too. But it is kind of dope that, like I mentioned from the jump, Jen is using her real superpower, which is not just strength or being a Hulk, but it's using the legal system to her advantage. So anyway, that was it for episode 9 of She-Hulk. I have some comments, and then we are going to rate this and talk about it in just a second. Let me grab these comments real quick. Let's see, Matthew, what you got? Barbecue reveal, seriously, more Hulk failures. I mean, family. Like, yes, it's about family, man. You can never go wrong with family. When in doubt, more family. Ty with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Ty. I always appreciate your super stickers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let's see. I got one more. I think Portia, what you got? You think she's gonna go work with Matt? I don't think she's gonna work with Matt. I mean, here's the thing. I hope not. I hope not. I want. First of all, Matt don't need no help. Okay. First of all, like, Matt don't really miss. Matt is a fantastic lawyer. So, you know, I don't think she will go work with him. I wouldn't be surprised if they work together on her show. And maybe she might go visit his show. Maybe. We don't really know what the tone or the feel for Daredevil Reborn is going to be like. It's all possible. I mean, you know, whatever. But I get the fact that they're gonna be doing a different type of work when they meet. I don't think it's all gonna be about the legal system, if you get what I mean. So maybe that's the only kind of work they're gonna get. Didia, you don't see many companies that are capable of poking fun at themselves at this level. My goodness, at all. You really don't. I mean, the closest might be Sony. Sony might be the only one, you know, where Morbius was like, I'm Venom, you know, like maybe. But on this level, no, Marvel takes the case. DC would never. WB would never. They don't have the guts to poke fun at themselves. They don't have the guts. Never. Oh, but you're right, Didier. Thank you so much for that. I think I got. Do I have one more? Okay. Yep. My man, Chief. What you got, sir? If they do a Baby T'Challa mess, they need to just have him go to Segarra for some reason and come back. Just speak nothing of that day. Recast T'Challa, save my boy. Man, listen, they can do that. They can do that. Hey, they have other ways to grow people up. You know, like put them in front of the van, in front of Scott's van. Run time through them. They can grow them up right there too. All of that can happen. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. So, the real question is, like, what are we rating this particular episode? What are we giving this on a scale from 0 to 10 for episode 9 only? What are you giving this episode? I think for this episode, I have to think about it. I give it a lot of points for the comic accuracy. The comic accuracy, breaking the fourth wall, was the most you could ask for. If anybody were like, oh, what would a She-Hulk episode look like? This is what it would look like. So I definitely give them points for that. I give them points for the fan service, talking about X-Men, setting up the Hulk movie, you know, but those are like little one-offs, right? I also appreciate the fact that they were able to recognize the messy writing. But here's the problem I have. The messy writing that they are acknowledging is really the intentionally bad messy writing in that little sequence where everybody just started jumping in and it made no sense. It's not like they addressed all the previous writing that I think was a little problematic before this episode. They only really addressed that little chunk where everybody with Blonsky and everybody was like showing up. That's the only part that they really mentioned. So I'm like, I like the meta commentary, but y'all didn't comment on the whole series. You only commented on that chunk. With that said, I think I'm gonna give this episode. I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because I like the episode on its own because it really felt like a true She-Hulk episode. Wasn't perfect, wasn't great. I chuckled here and there. I'm not mad that I watched it. I don't feel like I wasted my time. It was okay. So I'm gonna go with a 7.5 for episode 9. Let me see how y'all felt about it though. Wait. I missed 6, 3. I don't know what that 69 is. Wait. Did I go too far? Okay. 8, 4, 8.5, 7, 7, 8, 8.5, 8, 5, 7, 2, 7, 8, 9, 7, 6, 6, 2, 6, 6, 7.5, 7, 5, 6. Let's see what else. 9, 9, 8, 8.5, 7.5, 2, 6, 5, 3, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7.8, 9, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7, 6. Okay, so I think it's fair to say that this was an average episode. I don't think it was like the best, but I think it was average at most. At most, it was average. Now this is the point where I want y'all to consider the series as a whole. I want y'all to go ahead and let me know, how did you feel about the whole series? Now that we have the full picture, what are y'all giving the full series on a scale from 0 to 10? Now, I'll say that this is one of the reasons why I try to wait on judging a whole series until I get to the very end. I don't personally think it's fair to say a show is the best thing ever and you only on episode 3, or this is trash and you've only watched 2 episodes. Like, that to me is not always a good way to judge things, right? I like to see the whole picture. Now, you might love something, or maybe something is of interest to you, or maybe it doesn't appeal to you, but that doesn't make the show great or terrible or whatever. I think you do need the full context. When I think about the show in its full context, I've said that my biggest issue, and I don't think it really has been resolved, is I didn't have enough of Jen. I didn't have enough focus on her and her development because there was so much side wonky action going on. You have all these cameos that are happening. We're taking these little detours with their supporting characters and stuff. And I'm sorry, but that's a distraction for me. And one of the biggest issues I have is when I think about the whole season as a whole, the mere fact that your best episode had to be unequivocally, at least in my opinion, was the Daredevil episode. If your best episode is the episode and it's not because of the main character, and matter of fact, let's back it up. Your worst episode is the one where you actually focus on the main character. I'm talking about the one where she went to Blonsky's retreat and the whole therapy session with the man bull and all that. Like, trash. No thanks. I like the fact that they took a deep dive into her character, but like that director, like, I was like, man, that's it. Like, y'all should have stretched this out throughout the whole season or something. So for me, the fact that your best episode ain't got nothing to do with your main character and your worst episode got everything to do with your main character, that's not a good sign for me. Did I have a couple laughs here and there? Yes. Did I enjoy the cameos? Absolutely. Again, I shouldn't be excited to go watch a She-Hulk show for Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a good sign. I'm excited to go watch a Daredevil show for Daredevil. I'm excited to go watch a Loki show for Loki. I shouldn't have to go be excited for other people. Like, it's a problem, you know? So, and I think the overall impression that I have is the fact that, like, when I think about the episodes as a whole, I get it, they're short. I get it that they're made for comedy. This is not supposed to be some super crazy serious thing. That's fine. But I also think about and I try to gauge what's my level of excitement for the next episode? How did you have me for each episode? I think about something like WandaVision or Loki or What If. And I think about how, like, after every episode, I was like, man, I got to see what happens next. I got to. Here's the thing. I have levels of excitement, and maybe y'all can relate to this. At the very top of my level of excitement, this is how I know you're a good show. If I'm willing to stay up at 2:00 in the morning because I don't want the internet to mess it up for me, you got a pretty damn good show. Okay. If I'm staying up till 2:00 in the morning, if I'm waking up early in the morning, maybe I missed that 2:00 and I'm like, I'll watch it right in the morning, but I don't want the internet to spoil me. It's right there. If I can wait till lunchtime, like, it's not a rush, but I do want to watch it. Okay, you kind of like in the average. If I can watch it and skip it and just wait to binge it, if I can watch it in the background while I'm on my phone and I'm eating, yeah. If I don't even care, if I forget that the episodes even come on, pew, so that's my levels right there with this. When I think about how I reacted or my anticipation for She-Hulk, I wasn't a 2 a.m. I wasn't, let me watch it in the morning. I was somewhere in the middle of, like, I'll watch it during lunch. I'll check it out. You know, like, that's how I felt with it. So anyway. I think my overall take for She-Hulk, I hate doing these things live because sometimes I don't have time to marinate on it. My gut is telling me I'm probably at a 6.5. I think I'm at a 6.5 for the whole series. Like, I liked it, but to be honest, I don't see myself ever rewatching it. I don't see myself like, man, hurry up with season 2. I personally would not call it trash, but it's not going to be at the top of my list for the best shows either. It's, for me, it's like right in the middle. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It's okay. It's all right. It ain't my favorite. It's not the worst thing ever. I still give that to Hawkeye. I don't like Hawkeye. Hawkeye was whack. It was boring. I didn't care for it. But that's where I felt. Anyway, let's see where the people felt, where y'all landed on this. I done forgot the marks. I don't even know. Okay, wait. I think I got it. Talk. Okay. I think I got a 5, 7, 2, 9, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, 3, 10. Okay. For 7.7. 3.14. 7, 5, overall 6.5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 8. Series is a 6, 8, 6.5, 5, 8, 5, 6.5, 4 to 5, 7, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7, 7, 6, 6.5, 7, 8, 7.5, 6.5. 7, 7, 6.5, 5. 5 thumbs down. 5. 7. 8.5. 8.5. A 3. 7. 8.5. 5. Woo! Shows a whole 3. 6.9 and 5.5. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all that added those in there too, by the way. like I don't think that this was like the best thing since sliced bread. If you liked it, hey, that's great. If you hated it, hey, it's not for everybody. Totally understand that too. It is what it is. Everybody's gonna be different with these things. So yeah, let me grab some of these comments real quick because I gotta head out. I got another live I gotta do. So hopefully y'all will join me for that one too. Let's see. What do we have? I saw a couple people. Let me grab them real quick. I'm trying to answer them real quick, so forgive me for my brevity. Blatino, what you got? Once again, Wong proves why the Sokovia Accords was a thing. His abuse of his powers and total disregard of the law is a problem when freeing Emil. Yeah, that's not completely wrong. You're not completely wrong on that at all. Like, I mean, I would argue that Wanda is the real reason why the Sokovia Accords should be a thing. Wanda taking a whole town hostage, that is a whole lot bigger than breaking out Abomination, but Wong ain't making it no better. Thank you for that. Kano, I gotta say, one thing about this series I can say I loved is the foresight of Marvel to predict almost verbatim what people were going to say about She-Hulk in epic meta commentary. Yes, that again, Marvel listens. Like they pay attention to these things. So yeah, it's actually really, really good on their part that they're able to call that stuff out and to point it out. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Tyra, what you got? I loved it. I feel like people don't watch sitcoms anymore, just limited series. It's an everyday hijinks show with a connecting storyline. She's a low stakes character, so I didn't expect movie plots. That's cool and that's fine. Like I said, if you resonated with this, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's different strokes for different folks. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I understand. Tyra, back at it. But also still watch the Arrowverse heavy. Okay. I gave up on that Arrowverse a long time ago. But thank you so much for that, Tyra. Kato, what you got? Solid 7. Doesn't blow you away, but it is entertaining way more than several other MCU shows. Cameos around abound, but I don't know if any stole the show. Daredevil was only so anticipated because of the trailers. That's true. I mean, I still think everything would have been different if we didn't know about Daredevil, but it's fine. Like I said, if y'all had a good time with it, that is fine. Yeah, we don't always have to be in consensus. I know this wasn't going to appeal to everybody. I knew this was probably going to be a mixed bag. It is what it is. That happens. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I have already extended myself long than I needed to. So I am about to go visit the little boy's room and get ready for the next video because we are about to do another live chat. So please hop on over there, go grab you a snack or something, and hop on over there as we talk about the news from the week. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting things to talk about, a lot of fun stuff that we're gonna be doing. So get ready, get set, wash your hands, wash your butts in case I don't see you in the live. But until next time, thank y'all so much for taking the time to watch this whole series with me. Really appreciate y'all coming through. But let's head on over to the next live and get it going. All right, peace out.